In this video, we'll take a look at 5 rare and valuable Australian 50-cent coins. These coins are worth much more than their face value due to their limited mintage, unique designs, and historical significance. Stick around to learn about their history and why they're so valuable. First up, the 1980 Australian 50-cent coin. At first glance, it looks like a regular coin you might use every day, but its value comes from how rare it is. Only a limited number of these coins were made in 1980, which makes it very special for collectors. When coins are rare, many people want to have them, and that makes their value much higher. Even though it's a small coin, it can be worth thousands of dollars because it is hard to find. On the front side of the coin, called the obverse, there is a picture of Queen Elizabeth II. This is the second effigy of the Queen and was designed by Arnold Mackin. The portrait shows the Queen wearing a crown, and the design is clear and detailed. On the back side, called the reverse, there is the Australian coat of arms. This shows 2 famous Australian animals, the kangaroo and the emu, standing on either side of a shield. The coat of arms represents Australia's history and identity. The main reason this coin is so valuable is because only a small number were made. When fewer coins are produced in a year, they become rare and special to collectors. But rarity is not the only important thing. The condition of the coin also matters a lot. Most coins get used for buying things and over time become scratched, dirty, or worn out. So finding a 1980 Australian 50-cent coin that looks new and untouched is very rare. When a coin looks like it just came from the mint without scratches or damage, it is called being in mint condition, or uncirculated. Coins in mint condition are worth much more than coins that have been used. A collector said that finding a 1980 50-cent coin in mint condition is very special. If you have one, especially in uncirculated condition, it could be worth up to $7,000. That is a lot of money for a coin that usually has a face value of just 50 cents. It is important to understand that the value of this coin does not come from the metal it is made of. The 50-cent coin is mostly made from copper-nickel, a mix of copper and nickel. The metal itself is not worth much. What makes this coin valuable is how rare it is, how old it is, and how well it has been kept. The 1980 coin is also special because it was one of the last years the second portrait of Queen Elizabeth II was used on Australian 50-cent coins. After 1980, new designs and portraits were introduced, so this coin marks an important period in Australian coin history. Sometimes collectors look for coins with mistakes or errors because those can be worth even more. For example, a coin with a double stamp or missing parts can be very rare. But for the 1980 Australian 50-cent coin, its high value mainly comes from how few were made and how hard it is to find one in perfect condition. If you think you have this coin, look closely at the date and the pictures of the Queen and the coat of arms. If your coin looks clean and shiny without scratches, you might have a very valuable coin. Next, we have the 1994 Year of the Family 50-cent coin. This coin was issued to mark the United Nations International Year of the Family, which was a special year meant to celebrate the importance of family across the world. The design on this coin is unique and meaningful, making it very special to collectors. The reverse side of the coin shows an image of a family holding hands, symbolizing unity and the strength of family bonds. It's a touching design that connects to the theme of family and community, which is why the coin is so valuable. On the front, or obverse, of the coin, you'll find the third effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael David Maclauff. This effigy is different from the previous ones, showing the Queen in a more modern and relaxed style, compared to the earlier, more formal portraits. The Queen's effigy is always a significant part of Australian coins, and this one is no different, adding to the coin's appeal for collectors. The real value of this coin comes from its limited mintage and the unique design. Only a small number of these coins were made in 1994, which makes it rare and highly sought after. Not only is it rare, but it also holds historical value because it was released to celebrate the International Year of the Family. Coins like this, with special themes and limited production, are always more valuable than regular coins. But there's another important factor to consider when it comes to the value of this coin, its condition. Like many rare coins, the value goes up significantly if the coin is in excellent condition. Most of these coins were used for everyday transactions, meaning they got worn out over time. Coins that have been circulated or handled often are typically in less than perfect condition, which can lower their value. On the other hand, a coin that has been kept in excellent, uncirculated condition can be worth much more. If you happen to have one of these coins that looks almost brand new, it could be worth up to $5,000, which is a huge amount of money for a coin with a face value of just 50 cents. The 1994 Year of the Family coin is made of copper nickel, a mixture of copper and nickel, which is a common material for Australian coins. While the metal itself isn't rare or expensive, the design, history, and rarity of the coin are what make it so valuable. This coin also has a special meaning behind it, which adds to its appeal to collectors who are interested in coins with historical or cultural significance. If you have a 1994 Year of the Family 50-cent coin, it's worth taking a close look at it to see if it's in great condition. If it looks shiny, clean, and free from scratches or damage, you could have a valuable piece on your hands. Given its limited mintage and unique design, this coin could be worth much more than its original 50-cent value. Next, we have the 2001 Australian 50-cent coin, which was issued to commemorate the Centennial of Federation. This coin marks 100 years since the Australian colonies united to form the Commonwealth of Australia in 1901, a significant moment in the country's history. The design of the coin reflects this important event, making it a sought-after piece for collectors. The obverse of the coin features the fifth effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley. This effigy shows the Queen in a more contemporary style, as it was introduced in the year 1998 and has since been used on many Australian coins. It's a simple but elegant portrait that represents the Queen's long reign. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll find a striking design that represents the Centennial of Federation. The reverse features the Australian Commonwealth coat of arms, surrounded by 12 stars, which represent the 12 states and territories of Australia. The coat of arms is an important national symbol that shows the history and unity of the country. Above the coat of arms, there is an inscription reading, Centennial of Federation, which highlights the significance of this coin as a way to remember the 100-year milestone. The value of this coin lies in its limited mintage. While it was issued as part of a larger series of coins for the Centennial of Federation, only a small number of these 50-cent coins were produced, making it rare and desirable for collectors. When fewer coins are made, the rarity factor increases, and this is what drives up the value of the coin over time. Collectors tend to focus on limited edition coins that are connected to significant historical events, and the Centennial of Federation certainly falls into that category. Another reason for its value is its condition. As with many other rare coins, a 2001 Centennial of Federation 50-cent coin in mint or uncirculated condition is worth much more than one that has been used in everyday transactions. Coins that are well-worn or scratched typically have a lower market value. However, if you happen to have a 2001 coin that looks like it was just minted, it could fetch up to $10,000 or more. That's a huge jump from its face value of 50 cents. The 2001 Centennial of Federation 50-cent coin is made from copper nickel, which is a common material for Australian coins. While the metal itself is not rare, the coin's limited mintage, historical significance, and design make it highly valuable to collectors. Coins like this one, which celebrate important milestones in a country's history, are often kept in pristine condition by collectors who appreciate their cultural meaning. If you think you might have one of these coins, it's worth checking for the date and looking closely at the condition. A coin that is in excellent shape, with no signs of wear or damage, could be a valuable addition to your collection. Next, let's talk about the 1976 Australian 50-cent coin, which holds a special place in Australian coin history. This coin was issued to mark the 200th anniversary of Captain James Cook's first landing in Australia. Cook's voyage in 1770 is an important part of Australia's early history, as it led to British exploration and eventually colonization of the land. To commemorate this event, the 1976 50-cent coin was released as part of a series of coins celebrating Australia's rich heritage. The obverse of the coin features the second effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin. This effigy was used on Australian coins from the 1960s until 1984 and shows the Queen in a more formal and regal pose, wearing a crown. It's a classic design that has been used on many Australian coins, making it easily recognizable for collectors. On the reverse side, the design focuses on the famous portrait of Captain James Cook. The reverse features an image of Cook's ship, the Endeavour, as it sails across the waters. Around the ship, there is a depiction of the coastline of Australia, marking the spot where Captain Cook first landed. The words, Australia 1770, are inscribed on the coin, highlighting the historical significance of the event. This design captures the moment of discovery and exploration, making it an important coin for both collectors and those interested in Australia's history. The value of the 1976 Australian 50-cent coin comes from both its historical significance and its rarity. The coin was not widely circulated at the time, meaning there are fewer of them available today, especially in good condition. Like other rare coins, its value increases if it is in uncirculated or near-mint condition. Coins that have been used in everyday transactions tend to show signs of wear, which reduces their value. If you have a 1976 50-cent coin that has been well kept and is in pristine condition, it could be worth as much as $2,000 or more. As with many Australian coins from this era, the 1976 50-cent coin is made from copper-nickel, a mix of copper and nickel. While the metal itself doesn't contribute to the coin's value, the design, the history behind it, and the limited mintage do. This coin was released as part of a series celebrating Australia's history, making it a collectible item for anyone interested in the country's past. If you're lucky enough to have a 1976 Australian 50-cent coin, take a close look at its condition. If the coin is still shiny and hasn't been worn down over the years, it could be worth far more than its face value of 50 cents. Coins like this one, which mark key moments in a nation's history, are always highly valued by collectors who appreciate the connection to the past. So, if you have one in excellent condition, it could be a valuable addition to your collection or even worth a lot of money. Finally, let's look at the 1996 Australian 50-cent coin, which is another coin that holds a special place in the world of numismatics. This coin was issued as part of a series to mark the 50th anniversary of the Australian Commonwealth's decimal currency system. The decimal currency system, which replaced the old British system of pounds, shillings, and pence, was introduced in 1966. So, the 1996 coin commemorates 50 years of Australia's decimal currency. The obverse of the 1996 50-cent coin features the familiar portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, which was designed by Ian Rank Broadley. This design, introduced in 1998, shows the Queen in a contemporary and respectful style, wearing a tiara. It's a more modern portrayal compared to earlier designs, which gives the coin a fresh and recognizable look. On the reverse side, the coin has a design that reflects the theme of decimal currency. The reverse features a stylized version of the Australian coat of arms, with the famous kangaroo and emu standing on either side of a shield. This design is framed by a pattern of stars, which represent the states and territories of Australia. The inscription, 50th Anniversary of Decimal Currency, is written on the coin, celebrating the milestone of Australia's move to the decimal system in 1966. The overall design is simple yet meaningful, capturing the significance of this important change in Australia's financial history. What makes this coin particularly valuable is its limited mintage and its historical connection. While it was issued in 1996, only a small number of these coins were made, making it rare and highly desirable among collectors. Coins that are part of special series or that commemorate important events tend to be more valuable, especially when their mintage is limited. As with other rare coins, the condition of the 1996 50-cent coin plays a big role in determining its value. Most coins of this type were used in everyday transactions, so they were often worn, scratched, or damaged. However, coins that are still in mint or uncirculated condition are worth much more. If you happen to have a 1996 50-cent coin that is in excellent condition, you could be looking at a coin worth up to $4,000. That's a huge increase from its original face value of 50 cents, and it's all because of the coin's rarity and condition. The 1996 coin is made of the usual copper-nickel alloy, which gives it its familiar silver-like color. While the metal itself doesn't add significant value, the history behind the coin and its limited availability do. This coin serves as a reminder of an important chapter in Australia's financial history, making it an attractive piece for collectors who are interested in coins with cultural and historical significance. If you have a 1996 Australian 50-cent coin, check to see if it's in good condition. If it's shiny, clean, and free from damage, you might have a valuable coin on your hands. Given the coin's rarity and the historical event it commemorates, this coin could be worth far more than just 50 cents. These 5 Australian 50-cent coins are more than just currency, they're pieces of history and valuable collectibles. If you have any of these in your collection, you might be holding on to a small fortune. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell icon for more coin collecting tips and insights. Happy hunting!